Visiting Seattle for the first time or coming back for more, the Seattle Neighborhood Travel Guide will help you experience the best of the city from the skyline to the shoreline. Get ready to explore the historic streets and waterfront of downtown, the iconic views of Lower Queen Anne, and the maritime heritage of Ballard. We'll also explore the quirky avenues of Fremont, the relaxed beachside vibes of West Seattle, and the scenic charms of Bainbridge Island. Join us as we discover the iconic landmarks, hidden gems, and laid-back hangouts that make the Emerald City one of a kind. Downtown Seattle blends big, bold architecture, historic streets, and waterfront views. Packed with attractions and things to do, it's the neighborhood where locals and visitors cross paths every day. You'll find eye-popping art and design throughout downtown, and nowhere shows it off, quite like the Seattle Central Library. This striking glass and steel marvel feels more like a modern art installation. Just a 15-minute walk away, step into the bustle and aromas of Pike Market. Founded in 1907, it's a maze of giant crab claws, fresh-cut flowers, and endless stalls filled with local produce, eats, and crafts. Time for a coffee break? Across the street is the original Starbucks, the roaster that helped make Seattle one of the coffee capitals of the world. A few steps away is Post Alley, home to the city's stickiest landmark, the infamous Gum Wall. Post Alley is more than just gum, though. It has plenty of great places to hang out, shop, and refuel. From Pike Place, step out onto Overlook Walk, which connects downtown to the central waterfront. Hit the Walks Promenade, where you'll find restaurants, open-air hangouts, and attractions like the Seattle Great Wheel on Pier 57. Round out your waterfront visit at Victor Steinbrueck Park, the perfect spot to sit back, relax, and take in sweeping views of Elliott Bay and beyond. From the waterfront, you'll be within minutes of one of Seattle's oldest neighborhoods, Pioneer Square. It's a great place to soak up some of Seattle's history. And for a peek into the future, head to the Seattle Spheres. This trio of glass domes in the Denny Triangle is part of Amazon's campus in the South Lake Union neighborhood near downtown. Inside, employees work and meet among more than 40,000 plants from tropical cloud forests around the world. Okay, that's the big one done. Now let's head uptown to our next neighborhood. Hop aboard the Seattle monorail at the West Lake Center, which connects downtown to our next neighborhood, Lower Queen Anne, and its star attraction, the Seattle Center. Towering over this 74-acre cultural and entertainment hub is Seattle's most iconic landmark, the Space Needle. Ride the elevator 520 feet up to the observation deck, where glass floors and panoramic views put the entire city at your feet. On a clear day, Mount Rainier and the Olympic Mountains frame a city surrounded by sea and sky. At its base, the cool architecture continues at the Museum of Pop Culture, also known as MoPop, and Chihuly Garden and Glass. Both are bold and colorful, even from the outside. For the perfect Lower Queen Anne finale, it's just a quick drive or 25-minute walk to Cary Park. From this little overlook, the city unfolds before you, with the Space Needle front and center, Elliott Bay shimmering below, and on clear days, the snow-capped peak of Mount Rainier rising in the distance. northwest of downtown Seattle, Ballard blends salty sea air with relaxed, old-world charm. Start at the Ballard Locks and Fish Ladder, where nature and engineering meet in epic ways. Watch boats being lifted and lowered as they make their way between Puget Sound and Lake Union. And check out the viewing windows to see salmon make their way upstream. Just down the road, meet Frankie Feet Splinter, Ballard's resident troll. You'll find him right outside the Nordic Museum, which celebrates the neighborhood's Nordic roots. On Sundays, the farmers market takes over Ballard Avenue with local produce, artisan goods, and live music, creating a true community vibe. The street itself, lined with historic buildings, is filled with bars, restaurants, and indie shops. And vinyl lovers will already know all about Sonic Boom Records, one of America's best record stores. Ballard is also home to some of Seattle's best outdoor escapes. Golden Gardens Park offers sandy beaches, forest trails, and volleyball courts, all with sweeping views of the Sound and beyond. And when the sun starts to set, head to Sunset Hill Park and join locals for the best show in town. Right next door to Ballard is the neighborhood of Fremont. If you're into creative, quirky vibes, this one's for you. Fremont is home to the city's most famous troll of all. You'll find him lurking under the Aurora Bridge, where he's been welcoming visitors since the 1990s. For a dose of nature with a steampunk twist, head to Gasworks Park, a former industrial plant turned artsy, urban green space. From its grassy hills, you'll get sweeping views over Union Lake, the downtown skyline, and the Space Needle. It's a local's favorite for picnics, sunsets, and watching boats drift by. Stop by Fremont Vintage Mall for retro treasures, or pop into Portage Bay Goods for the kinds of gifts and keepsakes you won't find anywhere else. If you thought Fremont was laid back, wait until you see our next neighborhood. For an even slower pace and wide open skies, head across Elliott Bay to West Seattle. Take the water taxi from downtown for a scenic ride across the bay. The neighborhood stretches out with beachy village vibes. Kick off at Alki Beach, a sandy stretch lined with seafood shacks and ice creameries. It's the perfect spot for kayaking, biking, or just doing nothing at all. Nearby, Hamilton Viewpoint Park offers another spectacular perspective, with ferries and ships gliding past the city. Spend a morning on California Avenue, and if you've got room in your luggage for more vinyl, head to Easy Street Records, a renowned local institution that's also a cafe and live music venue. When it's time to unwind, head to Lincoln Park, where driftwood beaches, forest trails, and saltwater pools serve up yet another slice of Pacific Northwest perfection. You might even spot another troll. Just across the water is another of Seattle's neighborhood gems. For the perfect day trip, head downtown to Pier 52 and catch a ferry to Bainbridge Island. For 35 blissful minutes, you'll sail across Puget Sound with views of Mount Rainier to the south, the Olympic Mountains to the west, and the skyline behind you. After you hop off at Eagle Harbor, spend a couple of hours on Winslow Way, the island's main street. It's lined with boutiques, bookstores, and cute shops filled with cool furnishings and local art. With its blend of coastal beauty, creative spirit, and that incredible ferry crossing, Bainbridge Island is the perfect place to wind down after the bustle of the city. From the soaring heights of the Space Needle, to the driftwood-covered shores of West Seattle, to every cobblestone and cafe in between, Seattle has a neighborhood to match every mood and style. So, pack your bags, bring your appetite and your sense of adventure, and get ready to fall in love with Seattle, one neighborhood at a time. Don't forget to share this video with your travel buddies, because Seattle's always better when it's enjoyed with friends.